Let's pick up from where we have left off in the previous video. Let's talk about the issues that the consumer will be facing in regards to the revised petrol and diesel blending regulations that are being mandated in India in 2026. Welcome to the part 3 of the fuel blending series. Number 5. Automakers have started to say that the claims related to the ethanol damage won't be covered under warranty. And adding to the list are now the insurance companies like the ICICI Lombard recently saying that any claims related to the ethanol damage will be rejected. But after the public outlash, the ICICI backed down immediately. I mean, this is absolute insanity. Then number 6. The same amount of chaos is gonna erupt even at a bigger scale when the isobutanol mixed diesel is gonna roll out, as the entire logistic and transport sector relies on diesel. I mean, look at the extent of damage that is going to happen. I don't support any party, neither am I against any. It's the policies that I'm after. If it benefits the public, I support. If not, I'm sorry. Number 7. Every government policy or regulation of the auto industry in the recent times has been an unnecessary effort to trouble the public. Take it the ban on the 2 strokes, the Bharat stage norms, the introduction of the AHO function or else the daytime DRLs, then the DPF issues, GPF issues, then the ABCD categorization of the sedans, and then the SUVs being categorized by length, then the even odd number plate policy in Delhi. What percentage of the pollution has been reduced in India? It has only made the vehicles costlier and complicated with zero benefit to the consumer at the end of the day. Now Nitin Gadkari ji, or should I call the Ganna Gadkari ji, when you say you don't want to see the petrol and diesel in India, was it your own decision or did you ever consult the public? I mean, what public surveys have been conducted and what percentage of people don't want to see these fuels in India? There is no such info available to the public. There isn't. What if the public actually wants the petrol and diesel imports? I mean the pure petrol and diesel, because we are the ones who are paying the taxes and keep the country running. You are just a government servant elected for the term by the public voting. You will be retiring in the next 20 years, but we as the youth of this nation will be still here facing the consequences of that inefficient policies. People who speak up are being labeled as anti-nationals and paid lobbies, where in reality it's the government that has promoted the ethanol using the social media influencers. We all have seen it. Here we are paying higher price for the blended fuel, damaging our vehicles, getting the insurance and warranty claims rejected, paying road tax, GST, cess, excise duty, toll tax, and getting in return bad roads and poor highways. At some point, the public has to realize the ground reality. This is a call of unity to every Indian citizen out there. It's high time we stand our ground and voice our opinions. The government has to back down. Remember, it's always been for the people, by the people, and of the people, not the other way around.